Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's just me, Apostle Frankie B, coming to you all live today. Um, just wanted to hit you with a very quick hitter today. We're going to be talking about we're going to be talking about Galatians chapter 6. So I hope you guys will join us this evening. We're going to have a great discussion. One of the things that we're going to be talking about in Galatians chapter 6, which is the final chapter of Galatians, um, is the Apostle Paul is making the transition from the last sentence in chapter 5 to the very first sentence in chapter 6 is living free by the Spirit, living by the Spirit. So just wanted to come on and encourage you all. If you all wanted to join us tonight, we start Bible Study Perfect Will Ministries at 7 o'clock p.m. Galatians chapter 6, verses 15 is the entire chapter. And the topic for tonight is setting others free. One thing that I really love about this Galatians is that it contains two of my favorite scriptures. One is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7, and it says, "Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap." And the other scripture that I absolutely love is Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And Galatians 6, verse 9 is just for all of us. It says, "Be not weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap the harvest if you faint not." And with Galatians chapter 6, verse 7, it's a powerful scripture because it's so simplistic, but it's deep. It's deep, but it's not deep, put it that way. So again, the scripture, Galatians 6, 7 says, "Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap." Hear what I'm saying to you. So the whatsoever is always equal to the that. Follow me? The whatsoever is always equal to the that. And the that is the that the that should be. Did you hear what I said? The whatsoever is always equal to the that. And the that is equal to the that the that shall be. Sounds crazy, sounds deep, but it's very simplistic. I'll put it this way. So, whatsoever a man soweth, good that a man soweth, then good that what he's going to reap. So, if you sow good, you sow a seed of goodness. Then eventually, over the course of time, your harvest comes up and your harvest equals good tidings, goodwill. Transversely, if you sow dissension and discord and badness and malcontent, that's your whatsoever. That's what you've planted. Then whatsoever man plants, ill content, badness, that will he also reap. Then you're going to reap badness. It's very simplistic. Now, look, here's the other thing, too, because the Bible speaks about those who are lukewarm sitting on the side, those who want to sit on the bench and don't get in the game, and you just want to be. Well, if you're not sowing anything, whatsoever a man soweth, if you decide to sow nothing, whatsoever with nothing, the whatsoever nothing a man soweth, that nothing shall a man reap. Did y'all hear what I said? So if you sow good, you're going to get good. If you sow bad, you're going to get bad. And if you're not sowing anything, you're not going to get absolutely anything in return. So we're going to be talking about that, as well as Paul, the Apostle Paul, encouraged the Galatians, and he would do it best because he knew best. He said, "Be not weary in well doing. In due season, you shall reap the harvest if you faint not." So, with those two staples tonight, we're going to make it applicable to us when we start talking about this time that we live in. It's really a watershed moment. We're in a time where history is being made. When we start talking about the Breonna Taylors and the Ahmaud Arbery's and the George Floyd's and the Rayshon Brooks cases, there's things that are moving the needle, and it's God's word and it's God's influence in the midst of chaos. Be not weary in well doing. You shall reap a harvest if you faint not. And some of that harvest is starting to take effect. So again, tonight, if you would like to join us, this is just a really quick hitter. If you want to join us, um, you can instant message me or message me here on Facebook. You can DM me or on YouTube and be part of this awesome discussion. We have about 2 hours and a half before Bible study starts. And I wanted to come out and I wanted to sit on my porch, and it's beautiful out here today. It's about um, 68, 70 degrees, nice little breeze going on, and just an opportunity and a chance to be able to get out, to be one with the elements, to be one with nature. I love being outside. I hate being contained. So I decided to come out on the porch to give you just a brief word of encouragement, a brief word of just a pick me up. And so tonight will be very interesting, and there'll be some nuggets because it really, what Paul says, and the topic is setting others free. What Paul says is we have to be willing to encourage our brothers and when they are entangled in sin. Entangled in sin, we're going to talk about this tonight. Entanglement in sin might be something that they've done on their own accord to get there, or sin might happen to meet them at their door. They find themselves in some diverse times, and sometimes you need somebody to pick you up. Sometimes you need somebody to encourage you. Sometimes you need somebody to restore you. And Paul's message to the leaders was simply this: don't be so quick to point a finger, and don't be so quick to delight and find joy in when a fellow believer falls, because that happens a lot in today's society. But what he's saying is, he's saying, look, leaders, we're to restore the people and believers. It's not just the leaders. We're to restore each other. We're to build each other up. We're to take solace. We're to empathize. We're to make sure that that man or woman, young man or young woman, gets restored, because we're not perfect. None of us are. The Bible says we've uh, have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So again, it's very important to me tonight. I'm very excited about the conversation. I'm very passionate about what we're going to be talking about tonight, because if you are a leader, or if you are as a Christian, a believer, fellow believer, take joy and take delight, and always pointing the finger and waiting for somebody to fall, then it goes right back to Galatians chapter 6, 6 verse 7. Whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. So be very careful the seeds that you sow. Now, look forward to you joining us tonight in Bible study, just a few more hours. Come on out. We'll have a great time. We have some great conversations that are very applicable. We make it, we always reference the word, but we always make it applicable to what's going on right now in our society. All right. Remain blessed. I'll talk to you all. Again, this is Apostle Frankie B, but your Burton's blast of blessings for the day. All right. Remain blessed, and I'll talk to you later.